I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
Good luck.
We are a nation, within a nation in this country, searching for a nationality. And once we find our nationality and serve that nationality, we'll do for ourselves what needs to be done. All ethnic groups in this country understand they got a nationality. Because you answer to such stupid words like Negro and color and black. You have no nationality. Negro is not a nationality. Some lazy Portuguese or Spaniard took an adjective and made a noun out of it. Color is not a nationality. Black tells you how you look, but it don't tell you who you are.
Right.
The name of a people must relate them instantaneously to land, history, and culture. And anytime you call a people by that right name, anytime you call a people, name a people, and fail to relate them back to land, history, and culture, you have called them out of their name. There's no black man or black holder. There's nothing wrong with the word black. Nothing wrong with it at all. Only it doesn't relate to a country. The name of every people in the world relate to country. And once you think instantaneously of land, you think of nationality. You belong to something big in the world.
Arms.
But I'm a Moor. Salaam. I'm a Moor. And got sense enough to know I'm a Moor. And ain't gonna never argue with you that I'm not a Moor. And wouldn't come in your house or come among you and say I'm a Moor if I didn't feel in my heart, in my mind, in my soul that I am. I will tell you, goddammit, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Entitled, What is the State? What is this state mind? He has spoken in many places. He's volunteered throughout Atlanta, Georgia, in feeding the homeless. He's back here in Jacksonville now, and he's a well-known brother who has been known for putting on various programs and events in support of helping out our people. So, without any further ado, I'm going to bring him up for a few words. Our dear brother, Brother Diallo. Bring him up.
How's everybody doing? Good. I'm doing good myself. About 10 minutes, so I'm just going to be brief on what it is that I'm doing as part of a collective group effort in our city and around the country. January 2013, we did something called Summitofthe Moors. Summitofthe Moors is a collective effort to galvanize our community in certain aspects. Three aspects that we're dealing with are three primary things every human being needs: food, clothing, and shelter. So we look at the things that a lot of our leaders have pointed out. We own or control nothing in the country. And so this is an effort to get back to gaining some of the natural resources that has been usurped by the European. And the first thing is the most important, which is agriculture. Food. How do we do this? We don't have a lot of money, but together we got a lot of money, creative ways, and resources, and plenty of programs. But one of the first important things is for our people to see that we can trust each other with funds, to see that we can do a collective effort, and that we can do it where it's needed the most, which is in the hood, the urban area. So from the summit, we created something called the Moors Equity Group, LLC. And there's also something called Urban-GeoPonics. Urban-GeoPonics, which is our nonprofit. And what we're doing is, we go in the neighborhoods, we find a plot, and we begin to farm. We begin to do the advanced form of farming, not just community gardens, because I want people to understand that most people, when they see community gardens, they're usually ran by Europeans, and it's usually for them to create a job for themselves and their friends. And you do have some of us that do have sincere efforts in running community farms, community gardens.
So I'll stop you right there. In that scenario, if you're going to go head on with your effort, you go to this place, I want to see where you go with this. When you go to this place, Mont Creeps, where I am, off of 18th and Davis, those type of gardens, the AME Church, the Baptist Church, the community has already started these community gardens.
Now you just asked me if I don't get started and stop me in the middle of me speaking.
No, it's perplexing.
It's perplexing?
Yes.
How many people own that farm? Outside of the church?
But that's not
Claire
the
White.
point.
No,
That's not the point.
no, you asked me a question. Now I'm asking you a question. How many people own that farm?
The AME Church owns.
No, I mean I have to make a point because he brought it out, and I'm gonna close it. You see, the thing is, the more Eastside Farms is, it is a collective effort, meaning the people own it. And I'm a researcher, and I always had issues with certain leaderships because their wealth has never been distributed amongst their followers or amongst their people. It was always the head that had the wealth, while the others were continuing feeding them the bank account. You understand? Now with this effort, number one, we're doing what the government calls eliminating food deserts. A food desert is where generally our people don't have affordable, immediate access to fresh fruit and vegetables. The other thing is we'll be eliminating, without going into on protesting of what they call GMOs, genetically modified foods, generally, ran by Monsanto's, which is the company that patented seeds. And so you should know any person that controls your food controls you. All of us should have a garden in our backyard, number one. And we should all have something inside of our community. So if we take 50 people in here, and these 50 people all have gardens, and say, for example, we all lived in a 2-block radius of each other, all of us in here, we all had a garden, and we all own and control certain businesses. We also have those residential. We now have a financial sector, owned and controlled by like-minded individuals. We now have a community. We don't have a neighborhood. Right now we have plenty of neighborhoods, not communities. So this is an effort that we are doing. It's not something that we say, oh, we're going to get ready to start. We're doing it. You can go to 8 Phillip Randolph and you can see the farm. His brother Buster came to the summit and he donated the property to us to start farming. And it is a small demonstration of different formats of farming. We imported all the soil. All the soil is organic. We do deal with the pH balance. We deal with the pH balance, which we create compost, which may be from, let's say, horse manure because they eat straw or they're vegetable or vegetarian in a sense diet. And you allow it to do what it's going to do over a certain period of time, and you put that inside that soil that we're utilizing. We have raised beds, which are the beds above the ground. We also have mounds. We also have the vertical growing, which is what you want to do. So in a room like this, on a plot like this, most people generally go horizontal. So what we do is we go horizontal and vertical to be able to take advantage of the growing space. We also have a hoop house. A hoop house is just like a greenhouse. In the hoop house, you'll be able to control the climate. Where people say, well, you're not able to grow that in Jacksonville. Well, we are able to grow it because you can control the atmosphere. And I always like to tell people, so I'm from Flag Street, Alameda, 20th Street, and I'm out here in the farm because I see the need to be able to control something. And I see the need to be able to create inheritable wealth for our babies. And talking and dialogue and conversation, they can't eat or control any of that. At some point, we got to get back to producing. In the 20s, we had 22 million acres. Now we're down to 4 million as a group. But as a group, when I say group now, I mean a people who are literally doing business together to create financial sectors. Just read Dr. Chancellor Williams' book, Destruction of Black Civilization. It is a blueprint. From there, Dr. Amos Wilson created a book, thicker book, Blueprint for Black Power. In there's a master plan. Dr. Chancellor Williams, Elijah Muhammad, Noble Drew Ali, Marcus Garvey, these people all said the same things. W.E. Du Bois. You have to have a financial sector. So we got to take the choice of literally going back in and investing in our neighborhoods to create communities so we can eliminate starvation. We can eliminate crime. We can eliminate the drug aspect inside the community. So we don't have to go into the woods and build huge things. We can go right where the people at, where the majority of the people at. And it's in volume. When you deal with volume, you can create the wealth. When you deal with the real estate aspect, you buy those homes, and you put the people that you know inside those homes, you hold their note. So you become the bank. We created the banking system, so we are the bank. You make it affordable. Now you don't have renters, you have owners, people who invested in what they wanted. So we are in Delaware, we are in Detroit, we are in Texas, New Orleans. Getting ready because the sister is donating 7 acres to us in Georgia, and I do believe Alabama. So we're looking at, by January, to have 20 more. We call it Moore's Eastside Farms. And so with that, I'm going to close out, and you can go to our website, urbangeoponics.org, and you can see our effort, or you can just come to the east side if you want to put in some time and volunteer, see what we're growing, see what else we're doing. Salaam alaikum.
Arms.